My 3-year relationship crumbled after I discovered my boyfriend's affair. Hey Reddit, I honestly don't even know where to start. My name is Gloria, and I've been with my boyfriend, Ethan, for 3 years. We've been through a lot together, and just last week, we put a deposit down on our first house. We had a future planned, house, kids, everything. But what I found out on a regular Friday night shattered everything I thought I knew, and it was our usual movie night tradition. Just the two of us, and curled up on the couch with homemade popcorn and whatever cheesy movie Ethan picked. We'd been doing this since month 2 of dating, and it was our way of unwinding after a long week of work. This past Friday was supposed to be no different, except for one thing. And Ethan fell asleep on the couch way through the movie, as usual. He'd been working late all week on some big project at work. So I figured he was just tired. That's when I noticed his phone on the coffee table, lighting up over and over again. Normally, I wouldn't have snooped, but something told me to check it. His phone was unlocked, and the first message that popped up was from someone saved as work project with a heart emoji. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I read the messagey. Miss your touch already? And last night was amazing? The Connor can't wait to see you again tomorrow. My heart stopped. I wasn't stupid. I knew immediately that something was terribly wrong. We had been together for 3 years, making plans for the future, and now I was looking at this. And I knew I had to see the whole conversation, so I picked up his phone and scrolled through it. I know it was an invasion of privacy, but at that moment, I didn't care. What I found confirmed my worst fears. This wasn't just flirty texts. There were explicit messages, and hotel meetups planned, and even photos. Photos that I wish I could unsee. This had been going on for at least 2 months. The messages were so casual, as if everything was normal. I couldn't breathe, and I felt like I had been punched in the stomach and thrown off a cliff at the same time. Here's where I did something I never thought I would do. I calmly put his phone back. Covered him with a blanket like I didn't just discover the worst betrayal of my life. And went to the bathroom where I had the quietest panic attack of my life. I was shaking, my mind was racing, and I felt sick to my stomach. But instead of confronting him right away, I decided to wait. I needed to process everything. My golden I had to plan. The next morning, Ethan woke up and kissed me on the forehead like nothing happened. He made me breakfast. We talked about our house, and everything felt like it was still normal. I could barely stomach it. I had to smile and act like nothing was wrong, but inside my world was falling apart. First updating, I didn't expect my post to blow up like this. Thank you to everyone who commented and reached out with advice and support. Have in the LA, I've been reading your comments, and it's honestly been keeping me sane through this nightmare. Away, it's been a week since I found out about Ethan's affair. And I've been pretending everything is normal while I gather evidence and plan my next move. Some of you suggested I meet with a financial advisor, so I did. And I told Ethan having lunch with a coworker while I secretly met with the advisor. She confirmed what many of you said in the comments. I needed to protect myself ASAP. The house deposit came mostly from my savings, so I started taking steps to protect that money. I opened a new bank account and moved small amounts of money from our joint savings. Nothing that Ethan would notice, but enough that I would have something in case things went south. But here's where things took a strange turn. On Tuesday, at his month, Ethan had his monthly team happy hour, which partners are always invited to. Normally, I skip these because they're boring. But this time I made sure to add in. I knew that if I showed up, but I might get some insight into his relationship with the woman he was seeing. And guess who I met? Work project herself. Her name's Dina, and she's the new creative director at Ethan's company. She looked exactly like the type, a gorgeous, confident, stylish. I could feel the tension as soon as we shook hands, and when I looked at Ethan, and the way I saw the way his eyes lingered on her, I knew instantly that this was the woman he had been sneaking around with. As we talked, I could see the inside jokes they shared, the subtle touches that made it clear they were more than just colleagues. And they kept finding reasons to be near each other. When I went to the bathroom, I overheard them talking in the corner, have their heads close together. They jumped apart when someone walked by, but I knew what I'd seen. That night, Ethan was extra affectionate, probably out of guilt. He even suggested we start looking at furniture for the new house. The audacity. I kept thinking of how he'd been planning a future with me while carrying on an affair with her. Eating, and I've been getting a lot of messages asking why I'm not confronting him directly yet. Trust me, I want to. But I'm taking my time to make sure I have everything in place. I don't want him to gaslight me or minimize what he's done, and I want him to understand exactly what he's lost. Second updating, things have escalated. I've been doing more digging and I found more evidence of Ethan's lies. I downloaded the phone app that tracks location history for our family plan. And guess what? Every Tuesday and Thursday when he claimed to be working late, his one was at an apartment across town. I did a quick Google search and found out that it was Dina's apartment. At this point, I'm pretty sure there's no going back. And I think I know exactly what he's doing, and I've been pretending everything is normal. I even initiated intimacy with him one night. And let me tell you, it made me physically ill to do it. But I kept up appearances because I knew it'd be a final nail in the coffin. I've also taken screenshots of everything. His texts, the credit card statements, and now the phone location data. I'm going to confront him, but not before I protected myself legally and financially. I've already contacted a lawyer to go over the house deposit and withdrawal options. Eating to clarify, yes. Taking legal steps to protect myself. And I've already contacted the escrow company and I'm preparing to withdraw from the house purchase. It's been hard, but I'm doing what I need to do. Final update, the last week has been a whirling, but I finally went through with my plan. I pretended to go on a work trip, but I stayed at Sally's apartment across town while keeping an eye on Ethan and Dina through the doorbell camera I secretly installed. Could as expected, Dina came over Friday night. They didn't even try to hide it. There was a kiss at the door, and they immediately went inside. I recorded everything. I wasn't gonna let Ethan or Dina spin this into something else. After all, they were the ones living in my home, in my space, playing house. I wanted to make sure they knew what they were losing. Top of everything, I also took action. I sent a letter to the escrow company to withdraw from the house purchase and transferred my savings to my new account and packed up my essential belongings. The hardest part was leaving, and though that knowing that the life we'd planned together was gone. I've been getting messages from Ethan begging me to come back, and he's apologized profusely and even contacted his parents trying to shift the blame onto me. But I'm done. He doesn't get to keep pretending like nothing happened. I'm in my new apartment now, starting over. It's a fresh start, and for the first time in weeks, I feel like I can breathe again. Several of you have asked if I'm going to reconcile with Ethan. The answer is no. He lost that chance. I've forgiven him, not for him, but for me. But forgiveness doesn't mean we're getting back together. I'm done. Thanks to everyone who has supported me through this journey, and your advice and encouragement helped me take control of my life again.